Welcome to June's Flamingo Community Lagoon AMA. Once again, it is the last Tuesday of the month, so we're here hanging out to chat about Flamingo Finance, the project roadmap, DeFi, crypto markets, and anything else. And remember, this is an AMA, so we're also here to answer any questions the Flamingo community may have. For those who don't know, Flamingo is an easy-to-use DeFi platform built on the Neo N3 blockchain. As a decentralized exchange, Flamingo is designed with smart functions for everyone, from beginners to advanced crypto users. On Flamingo, users can stake digital assets in liquidity pools and earn rewards in our native token FLM. We've been around for over 4 years and currently have a TVL, or total locked value, of over 13 million USD. We also have our very own stablecoin called FUSD, where users can add collateral and borrow the stablecoin against the collateral. On top of all that, we've introduced the world's first completely on-chain order book for limit order trades on Layer 1, as well as our multi-dividend bearing asset Flocks, which has burned over 113 million FLM from investors minting it. That is equal to 4 million USD of FLM burned, gone forever. Ciao. For those listening in on YouTube or Spotify, we hold these lagoons live on Discord, which we'll link below so you can join us in the next one. And please don't forget to like and subscribe from any platform you're tuning in from. Your support is greatly appreciated and is important to get more flamingos at the lagoons each month. If you're in the audience, feel free to raise your hand to come join us on stage to ask us any questions you may have, or drop your questions in the chat and we will keep tabs on that. With that, let's get this thing started. So yeah, I wanted to maybe talk about the new roadmap a little bit and kind of give a, I don't know what to call it. It's not a sneak peek because it's actually published on Flamingo now, but I guess this is a kind of pre-announcement since we haven't actually officially announced the new roadmap yet, but it is on Flamingo. So maybe the Lagoon is a good place to kind of talk about that and go over some of the changes that folks can expect to see later this year.
Yes. So Q2, we only have a couple of checks left. That's the JavaScript library and the trading tools. The JavaScript library is almost done, but as we do so much updates and fixes to the front end right now, it's getting pushed back because it's hard to extract that library out while we're still maintaining the site. So it's kind of like one thing you have to pause to get done. But I think it's going to be nice to finally publish it because we've been using it internally for almost a year, I think. So yeah.
But there are some changes that still needs to be done because we prioritize the smart flux instead of the token auction offering. And so there's been the last couple of weeks, we've been actually working a lot with paper cuts. That's small issues that users report buttons not working as they should, and adding market trade and stuff like that. It's been the focus just to get to the bottom of the bug list, basically. So some things will be pushed and some things will be added because been done or are being worked on, like LPS collateral. I don't think I'm looking at the old roadmap. Damn. So I was like, this is the old tasks. Okay, then So we have this instead of the trading tools. We have the smart flux buying, where you will also buy in the order book if there's a better price there.
Yeah. So sneaking in some prioritized features reported from users, and then something we cooked up during the AMA as well to do and prioritize. So that's been nice. But it's been, like Mr. Google has mentioned, it's been really good velocity on the paper cuts / bugs. So last couple of weeks we've really burned through the list of old and new bugs, and having a fixed time for reported bugs, like less than an hour on a lot of bugs being reported. That's been nice to be able to have that kind of momentum. And while that's going on, we're doing some research on how to further expand Flamingo. It's early stages, but technical research to see what's possible in terms of expanding Flamingo to other networks as well. So it's kind of like exciting on the dev side. There's a lot of stuff going on in parallel. I know the LP lend with LP is still in audit, so it's just going to be there until it's done, and then it's going to be a fast release once it's audited and okay. Yeah, and SmartFlux is chugging along and going very well. I think Michael can talk a little bit about that if he wants to.
Yeah, sure. So SmartFlux is a really smart contract that basically what it does is that allows you to basically get Flux with the best price possible. At the moment, what we have is that we have the possibility to get Flux from the Flux contract or from the order book. The idea of course, they can have different prices. So basically, a user should go there, see on the contract how much can I mint. So what's the price of the Flux there? What's the price in the order book? And decide what's the better option. With SmartFlux, what we do is that basically by just executing a transaction on the contract level, we are accessing the prices in the order book, the prices in the contract, the best route possible that we can take for getting Flux at the best price possible, and then executing the mint or the buy in the order book directly there. So it will be atomic, so in the sense that for the user it will be the same experience like when they click the mint Flux button, so they don't have to go through the order book or do something. It's just automatically handled through the contract. And so basically it's a very good way to get Flux and get it at the best price possible. Another addition for the SmartFlux contract is the functionality of being able to mint Flux also with FUSD, so that the conversion will be handled directly through the smart contracts. So you can basically, with this, you can directly get Flux from FUSD. And so that is also another cool addition to ways to get Flux on Flamingo. So, and it's going great. I mean, I'm on the testing side at the moment, and in general, it's going great.
I think it's going to be good to be able to direct some volume from Flux buyers into the order book and the people selling in the order book. So it's going to make it make the market a little bit more liquid, as we see maybe some more attention when we're marketing now, and as we go along and attract more users. As soon as that SmartFlux is available, it's going to be easier for people to exit as well, because that contract is going to look inside the order books for those cheap Flux to buy at a discount. And then as soon as we're getting to a level where people is buying more and more, then it's going to be really easier to get FLM or FUSD back from your Flux, because right now you are dependent on people using the advanced trade feature to buy your Flux that you sell in the order book. And I know a lot of people like to use Convert or don't trade at all. And right now you can't use Convert to buy the Flux. So that will be a really nice way to do it. And I think even when we have that feature, we can add Flux to Convert, but the same way we do with if you're kind of want to sell or buy NEO directly, not BNEO, but NEO, we could add that extra step. So we're making the front end smart enough so that I want to buy Flux. Okay, let me set up that whole chain of transactions for you, going through Smart Flux, and you're buying. So then people can use Convert to buy Flux as well, and that should help the volume, I think.
Yes, it also will stabilize also the price on Flux order book. I mean, it's like a way to also stabilize how is the price on the order book for Flux, because I mean, it's always taking the best price possible, and being the Flux contract the floor for the price of Flux. It's also a good. I think that it's also a good balancing feature, or let's say side effect that will be also with this.
Yeah. Just need a couple of more whales and a couple of hundred more small fishes, and people will see like staying a long time in Flux is it's good safe APR, and then those interested is going to always scoop up the Flux that's at the discount, because that brings you even better APR when you get that low entry price. So it's kind of maybe like FUSD. When people see that over time it's worth buying FUSD at the discount, then it's going to be more stable. You know, it's going to be technical solution that we're developing now, part of it, and then it's going to be time. That's the other solution, I think, to have a more quote unquote stable price.
Yeah, speaking of time, Lady Annie is asking, with Flux paying dividends and burning FLM, how sustainable is this model long term as user volume scales?
It's a great question. I think it's really sustainable. If volume and user count scales, of course, it's really sustainable. And what we see now is probably maybe a low point of the platform, and it's still good. So how many weeks in are we now? 11 weeks of Flux dividends?
12.
12, yeah. So that's already showing promise. I think it's a good savers product, and it's a good way to get exposed to different crypto assets, a good basket if you have that diversified yield on. So it's the most sustainable thing we've ever created, I would say. So that's why we're maybe so proud of it, because I don't see the same pitfalls, the same negative sides as the Flund had. It's fixed. We just had an AMA over at Meme to Earn /Nudes, and we talked about this learning by doing, and learning and progressing and failing and then trying again. And this is another iteration where we're trying. We fixed a lot of the bad stuff. So sustainability, not only for that token, but for the whole platform and the ecosystem, is much better now, with Flux being in the center and being the bright shining star in the middle. It's the whole platform, I would say, has become more stable because of it. Do you agree, Bordeaux?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And, just in the very nature of the question, like, how sustainable is it as volume and as user volume scales? Like, that alone means like more users are using Flux. That in itself means that Flux is more sustainable long term. There's always the chance, let's not fool ourselves. There's always the chance that long term there will be fewer Flux users. I don't think that'll be the case, but there's always the potential there, which I guess would mean that Flux wasn't as sustainable, but I don't see that happening. We see week after week that more and more folks are joining Flux, and I know that even from a personal perspective, because I see that my percentage of how much of the Flux I own is becoming less and less, which sucks because I want to own more and more Flux.
Yes.
So I know just from seeing that number go down that more and more people are getting into Fox. So I'm kind of like grasping, trying to keep up with keeping my percentage stable because I like it. I like where I'm at and with what percent of Fox I hold, and I want to keep it there. But it means I have to keep buying more because more and more people are coming into Fox over time.
And if people are buying, it's going to be no FLM left to make those new flocks. So it's kind of like a soft cap on it, you know. So
that's a good point.
Yep. And while we approach that soft cap, it should be good for the ecosystem because that would mean there's a pressure on FLM to buy it to get those flocks, and that means that the value of all the rewards being given out by Flamingo is going to be higher, and we know that there's a direct relation between that reward and the liquidity you're able to give to traders, and that's going to be more fees, more revenue generated, maybe more loans as well as we grab the user attention. So it's that positive flywheel we've been talking about. That's at the core of that sustainability. And the user count, of course, like you said, can go down, but there's different kind of scenarios of things that can happen there where FLM price goes down, but volume stays the same. And that's also positive for Flux, where you can now buy more at the lower USD price and then get the same sweet payout for less USD value. So it's kind of like some aspects of the platform can have a downward trend, but it can have a positive effect on other parts of the platform. So that also kind of like, maybe not diversify, but maybe that's a good word to use. It's more hedged, maybe I should say. The aspects of the platform is more hedged.
Yeah. And while we're on the topic of flocks, maybe we should talk a little bit about the most recent addition to flocks holders, which would be the grand opening of the flock on the Flamingo Finance Discord. We now have a special place for Fox holders to hang out, ask the important questions, help the team make the important decisions, share their weight in flocks, and also, just kind of be there for one another and kind of talk about anything they want in this special Discord channel. It's called The Flock. We launched it just last week. So far, there's been quite a bit of kind of hustle and bustle going on in the flock. We know that Flocks holders are excited about it, and it basically is replacing the FLM hodlers program. The FLM hodlers program chats were archived, so we still have access to them if anyone wants, any chunk or piece of history or something someone said last year. We can access that stuff, but for terms and purposes of the flock, we've archived the FLM hodlers program chats and are now focused on the flock. So if you want to join the flock, all you have to do is hold, I think, a minimum of 10 flocks, and then sync your wallet that holds those 10 flocks or more on the Flamingo Finance Discord, and then all you have to do is click on, I think, join. I'm trying to quickly find the exactly what we called it. I think we
join the flock.
Join the flock. Yeah, just click on join the flock. Click on the link to sync your wallet. Once your wallet's synced, to go back to that flock channel, click on the flamingo emoji, and then you're in. You're in with the best of us, and we've already been sharing some links, some very exclusive links that only those in the flock can see. And all it takes is 10 flocks to get an eye on those links of kind of some backdoor things that we've been working on, and we know that people that are there seem to be happy there. Others are also happy that they have their own little place in the world to say whatever they want, complain about whatever they want. We've been joking around and dropping memes and gifs and stuff. So I've been having a good time there. But yeah, we hope to see you there. By the way, I'm also sharing my screen of the new Flamingo roadmap. We haven't published this article yet, so you've seen it first here in the Lagoon. We're going to publish this in a couple days. We're just kind of doing some last minute touch ups. But yeah, I just wanted to share it here so that you can kind of see what Flamingo's up to in the second half of 2025. We've talked about flocks. We've talked about LP tokens as collateral. We're going to have more trading competitions. Speaking of which, we launched another trading competition on Flamingo's order book yesterday. It's a nudes trading competition, over $600 in prizes. The top 10 people win. We decided today to open it up to both maker and taker orders, so you'll be able to use the convert feature on Flamingo to qualify your trades for the contest. So be sure to check that out.
Yeah, this is kind of like a test for us to see, okay, let's do project competitions, and if this goes well, let's try to do more of these kind of community-driven trading competitions. Should be a nice aim to have at least maybe once a month, once every couple of months or something. I'm not sure, but should be nice to have something going on all the time if the communities around Neo are interested. It all depends on that, of course. We could host Flamingo Run trading competitions, but it's even nicer if there's some buzz in the Neo ecosystem as well, so that we can do some trading competitions and have something fun to talk about and compete about. So you're free to also like make a new wallet and trade with that if you want to. And if you're a new user coming in, the qualification for this trading competition, at least it isn't that high, so you should be able to join in the fun quite quickly. And really recommend people checking that out. Or else I'm just going to grab all the prizes. And Mr. Google is going to grab all the prizes. Bordeaux is not. But yeah, please join.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I
say about you were mentioning the flock as well. I think in that Discord channel, if you join in, that's where I'm gonna share my thoughts on what's going through my mind, what I'm developing, what I'm thinking about, the status of Flamingo and stuff, because there I know the feedback I get is from people that is at least a little bit invested. And if it's kind of like a heavy opinion about something or telling me, Adrian, you're doing something wrong, I can see like, okay, what's your stake in it? Because mine is huge. What's yours? And then of course I'm going to listen a little bit more when you're deep into this stuff, just as me. So this is where I'm gonna like share maybe something before I share it anywhere else. So I think maybe that's also make it worth to just hold a little bit of flux and join in there if you're looking to get like the latest news or my thoughts. So yeah, just want to mention that.
Join the flock for the @laser commentary. I love it.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna be more there and then the price talk, I guess.
I love it. Let's see, I'm gonna go back to Roadbook article. So yeah, more trading competitions. We're going to be adding FUSD pairs to flocks. I know MFBZ kind of discussed that a little bit already. I don't know if we want to go into that a little bit more about the FUSD pairs with flocks, or if you think we've already covered enough of that.
Yeah, so basically the thing is that there will be added a new pair for on the order book for flocks. So that the cool thing about that is that this will be used from the smart flocks contract in order to further improve the routing and find the best price possible and the highest amount of flocks you can get with the same input amount. So it will be needed. This will be the one of the main goal. The other side effect also with this, like in the case of Flux and the Flux FLM pair, is the fact that also in this case, through the smart Flux functionality, we kind of do some in some way in arbitrage on the pairs. So by executing a smart Flux, we are routing through all the different possibilities to get Flux. So we'll get to check on the Flux FLM pair, we check on the Flux FUSD pair, we check on the contract, we check also on multiple paths. Like if I enter with, for example, if I try to mint to get Flux from the smart Flux functionality with FUSD, we compare getting them directly in the pair or getting them through different routes, like going FLM FUSD, so taking FLM and then going into the pair Flux FLM, for example. And this will be the case also for the opposite. So if you enter with FLM and we'll check also on this. So I think that it will be really good to have this pair too. And also maybe we'll give also from another point of view, we'll give to users a feeling also about the value of Flux, because you get directly the price there. So it's also a good way to understand the value of Flux in FUSD terms, so that it will be easier assessed with respect to having it with respect to FLM. So multiple, I think that just by adding a pair, we'll have multiple positive effects. And so it seems something small, but in reality, I think that it will be really important for the platform.
Yeah, I think it'll be really important too.
And if, something to note there, it's so it wouldn't really matter if you place your FLM or your Flux sell or buy in the I guess the buy matters a little bit, but on the sell side, if you place it in the FUSD or the FLM pair, the smart Flux will make sure that if you are the most eligible order for someone buying to take, it's going to be you that's going to be executed. So it doesn't really matter that much where you're going to place your order. If you prefer to do it in the FUSD, where you can get a dollar price on your Flux, you can do it there. And if that price is better than someone has in the FLM, or people can consume a little bit in that pair and then jump over to your order in the FUSD pair, the smart Flux is going to handle that. So that's at least nice. You don't have to worry about which one is the better pair to sell in. It's going to be your preference, what type of price you want to give to your order. Is it going to be in FLM or in FUSD terms?
Mm.
So it gives you the user more options without necessarily not spreading the liquidity that thin. Of course, it's going to spread it thin a little bit, but I don't think it's going to matter that much. Going to have maybe some triangle arbitrage as well there, because you have two sets now of Flux.
Yeah, I know it's one of those features that we see come up a lot in the Discord from the community. People asking for like a smart Flux feature, just because it makes it easier for whether you're a newbie or a veteran. It makes it easier to just click a button, as opposed to having to try to first see which one is more cost effective to go to trade on Order Book Plus or to mint it, and all the other reasons that the guys before me discussed. So I think the community will be super happy for that one to go out. Let's move on a little bit. I don't know if we want to talk about the cross-chain token expansion for a minute.
Yeah, it's that's still like in the we're doing the research and exploring technical possibilities as before we're like committing, going down the path. Is this the talk about the new cross chain, or is that like expanded with more tokens? I'm not sure which one that is we were talking
That
about.
one's for more tokens. The new cross chain is
okay.
coming later. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. You want to speak a little bit more to that, Mr. Google? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's in progress. It's just doing some research to make sure that the current cross chain that we have is secure enough to add some new assets to it. So, but also we need more liquidity, I guess, and more trading. So it's a bit like chicken and the egg. Is an XRP pair gonna make more trading on Flamingo, or do we need like to have more trading on Flamingo to have XRP pair there?
Right, that makes sense. Makes sense. Looks like we will be updating the analytics dashboard soon.
Yes.
Soon and soon. It's a task.
Yeah.
It's on the list. It's too easy to push it down.
Right.
Because there's like newer features that we want to add. But yeah, we have the data. We had the data for a long while, so only need to spend some time making the graphs and charts.
Okay, and then the FUSD over collateralized liquidity contract. That's already out.
Yep. It's already out. It's the stable coin contract, and that's working as intended. That's nice to see. It's sometimes empty and sometimes it fills up. But what's really good to see about it is like the over collateralized part, where we keep a little bit of the a small percentage when the tokens is flowing, to make it over collateralized, so that we don't have to trust that much in Tether or Circle as we have USDC. And that is working as intended. It's currently being over collateralized, even though when it's empty, there is still some USDT left there. So that's nice to see that it's slowly filling up as intended. I just have to go real quick, baby. Be back in 5-10 minutes. I just have to take an important call. So be right back, guys.
Cool. Let's see. So some other things coming up. Feel free, anyone, to stop me in my tracks, and if you want to discuss any of this further, or anyone from the community on the call, feel free to drop questions in the chat or ask to come join us on stage if you want to have any questions or comments about any of this. We will be launching Convert 2.0. That's already been launched. So that's in the books. Flamingo JavaScript library, I think we already discussed at the beginning of this. Lagoon. Tau is still on the roadmap. So any project will be able to hold an auction for their project's token. If the auction is successful, they'll get their own trading pair from Flamingo. The Flamingo DAO. That's another Flocks related feature. Flocks holders, depending on how many flocks they hold, will be given weight to actually make decisions for the future of the platform. I don't know if maybe Mr. Google wants to talk a little bit more about the Flamingo DAO at all.
Yeah, we can do that. It's based on not how many flocks you hold, but it will have a price to make a suggestion. Yeah, and then you have to get that. You have to get enough votes for that, or I don't remember the word for it. Endorsement.
Yeah.
By other flocks holders.
I see.
And then when it's endorsed enough, it will go to voting.
So you have to spend your flocks in order to make suggestions?
Some flocks to make a suggestion, yeah. But then you also have to go out and automatically when you make a suggestion, it will be created a Discord thread for that suggestion. And that's where you can then tell others why they should spend some flocks to endorse your proposal. And then also devs can come in there and explain why this is a good thing or why this is a bad thing. Let's say your suggestion is to make a new blockchain.
Right.
And then people are like, yeah, let's do that. And then I can tell, yeah, but like it's gonna cost. Who's gonna pay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So then like it will go to voting first when it has enough backing. So we don't get like shitty things to vote for. It needs to be like good proposals that go through, and then you have to basically risk something to endorse it. If it's something you want, you're willing to pay a little bit for it to happen.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next thing, Flamingo cross-chain. Now that's another one that a lot of users have been asking for.
Yeah, this is a huge one.
Yeah. So do you want to discuss that? I know that that's kind of beating a dead horse because we talk about that all the time, but
yeah,
it's okay.
It's nothing new when it comes to it. Right now we're doing a semi approach. We're doing something else first when it comes to cross-chain trading, but we still think that for the solution that we made, that it's a huge need in the crypto sphere. But first you need to have users and volume, and that's why we now. I think in a couple of weeks or over the summer we will have an announcement about what we're doing some research about now. We just have to see that it's possible to do it. Okay. And once we see that it's possible to do it, it's something that we really want to scream out loud about. So yeah, right now we're in a research phase. And as soon as we see that what we want to do is possible, then we will tell everyone what we're gonna do. Not that it's done. So that's the important part. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited about that. Definitely keep all of us informed how that research is going, and we'll definitely start to push the marketing pedal to the metal on that once we get the green light. So, okay, Flamingo trading tools. We'll be making it easier for Flamingo users by adding trading bots on Flamingo. So trading bots are automated programs that execute trades on Flamingo based on predefined rules or algorithms. They aim to eliminate emotional decision-making, reduce errors, and capitalize on market opportunities 24/7 by analyzing market data and executing trades according to user-defined strategies. I don't know if you want to talk a little bit more about that, Mr. Google, or did I cover it?
It can be multiple things. It can be a third-party project. We're actually talking now with a third-party provider, where they will create a contract. Flamingo will own the contract, so you can go in there and you can, let's say, add 1,000 FUSD, and they will not be able to access your FUSD, but they will be able to trade with it for you.
Interesting.
Yeah, but then so they can do market making basically, and they can do arbitrage and stuff like that, and you can then be a part of a bigger pool, but they will do the strategies. So you have like contracts, you have third parties, you have bots that you can run on your own computer, like in your browser. Just keep your computer on, and it will do trading for you. So yeah, different kind of tools to make trading easier, basically.
That's awesome. Forward to that one. And then, as always, as time goes on, there will be more adjustments to FLM distribution. That always happens, I don't know, quarterly or every other quarter.
2 times a year, yeah. Or when needed.
Yeah. Community Lagoon streaming sessions, just like this one. So yeah, we hold these every last Tuesday of every month. These are live on Discord. They get published on YouTube and Spotify. But yeah, we do hold them live on Discord. We have been considering moving them over to X. We've tried that once or twice before. It didn't go as well as they do on Discord, so we ended up moving back to Discord, but we're open to trying that again. We'll see. But for now, those will stay right here on Discord. We're always improving user experience. That's an ongoing thing. And that's very similar to, what the devs discussed at the very beginning of the Lagoon, like the paper cuts, the small fixes. User experience is definitely part of that. So if we need, adjusted copy or an added tooltip, those all just kind of happen over time as they come up. New user guides and video tutorials, same thing. Those are always coming out. Those are always being launched with the features that we push. And yeah, I know Somnium Wave is always putting out more video content. I don't know if Somnium Wave wants to talk a little bit about that for a minute. What he's been up to with some video content lately.
Yeah, for sure. Just been putting together a bunch of short form video content like YouTube shorts and stuff. And then in regards to this roadmap, gonna have a pretty comprehensive video going over like all of these different items on the roadmap, kind of give like my insight on it as well, and kind of what you can expect moving forward, and just kind of give it more like a visual, I guess, representation of all these features and whatnot. So yeah.
Nice. Awesome. And I think the community can expect that in maybe next few days or so. So look out, keep an eye out for that. And I will publish that along with this article at the same time. So that video will be on YouTube as well as embedded right in the article. So yeah. And then, of course, marketing. We're always working on marketing. Currently, we're running paid ads on 700 or so crypto websites. Those are going very successfully. We're still kind of in the testing phase, moving on to the prod phase, basically, of running the ads. We're running the ads now, but we're kind of testing which ad performs better, which doesn't, which copy performs better, which doesn't, which websites are, which website has the most users that are clicking the ads, which websites have the fewest, and then with whichever ones have the fewest, we're canceling, and we're not pushing ads on those websites anymore because it's just a waste of money. So all of those things, all of these factors play a role. And so I'm keeping tabs on that throughout the day, every day, and working with these websites to optimize the Flamingo ads. We're running different designs, different copy, playing with the different factors at play. So we're going to keep moving that forward in the near future and in the long term. I think it's been successful. I know others on the team and in the community also think it's been successful. And if anyone has any other questions or comments about that, feel free to drop them in the chat, or ping us anytime on Discord or anywhere, on X or YouTube. But yeah, I think those are going great. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything that we didn't cover as far as what's going on Flamingo later this year. I think Atlaser still probably away. We've got 10 minutes left. I don't know if there's anything else that the team wants to discuss. I know that we still have the Flamingo Ambassador program that's ongoing. We recently paid or collected addresses from the last Flamingo Ambassador work. Can't remember if those are paid yet or are going to be paid in the coming days. I think those are going to be paid next week, and then we'll move forward to looking at ambassador work for for this month and next month. So definitely stay on it. Keep progressing your ambassador work. Post all your links in the ambassador channel. It's not just about creating content. It can be about anything that you think is going to help the Flamingo platform as a whole. So whether that's pushing content on X, pushing it on Facebook, pushing it on Instagram, holding live meetups in your city, passing out flyers in your city. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, just various examples. Posting videos on YouTube about Flamingo, helping around the Flamingo Discord, getting more people involved in Flamingo as a whole. All of these things add up and will be rewarded for. So definitely keep going with that. And again, it looks like we have someone who's requesting to speak on stage. Hello, Asad. I just invited you to the stage if you want to come up and say hey. Oh, well, that's okay. Let us know if you do want to come up on stage. Yeah, the ambassador program has really kind of taken over for the Zeely. The Zeely campaigns have been discontinued, and we are moving forward with the Flamingo ambassador program. Invite to speak. Asad, would you like to join us on stage? I invited you. Again, there you are. Hello. How's it going?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask a question about the ambassador program.
Yeah.
Okay,
Great.
So I just recently realized that the ambassador program just started, or it's been going on for long, but I just realized now. So I've seen the system and I've read about it. It's interesting though. So I'm planning to be part of it. But I'm asking, will Flamingo be giving badges on X, like affiliate badges for ambassador?
Is your question, will you be rewarded for posting on X?
Yes, no, I know there is an incentives for posting on X, but
Right.
like affiliate badges for ambassadors to look different at least.
I think he's referring to, on X when you have like a business account and you can pay the $50 a month for like those badges, like kind of how Neo has like that badge for DA.
Oh, you're asking if Flamingo will do that?
Yeah.
I don't think so. We might consider it in the future. I would have to look a little bit more into it because I don't know enough about that. But Somnium Wave and I can look into that some more. It sounds like Somnium Wave might know a little bit more about that than I do. But we can definitely look into it and let you know either on Discord or like at the next Lagoon, kind of what we have decided on that. But definitely appreciate the feedback and for bringing that to our attention. Thank you.
Okay. That's nice, and it will be good to look into because the badge will really play a big role, like advertising Flamingo, taking it out there. A lot of people are interested in getting badge from projects because it makes them feel special and they'll promote the project even better.
Yeah. We do have. Matt Laser says he has to leave early. Hey, no problem, Matt Laser. Thanks for joining us. It was great to have you. We're going to be wrapping up here in a couple minutes anyway. We're just about at the top of the hour. See you later. Yeah, so we do that on Discord now. We give special roles and badges for our Flamingo ambassadors on Discord. But yeah, it's a good point to be maybe move that to X as well. So I'm really glad that you brought that to the Lagoon, and we'll definitely look into it more and consider it for sure.
Okay, that's all for now.
Okay, thanks a lot. Does anyone else have any questions or comments? Feel free to drop them in the chat. We've just got a few more minutes left here. I don't know if anyone else from the team has anything to discuss. Otherwise, I'm going to just give it like another minute to see if anyone else has any other questions. And if not, then... Annie, we actually already answered that question about the sustainability of Flocks. We think with Flock scaling with more user volume, we definitely see it being very sustainable. So yeah, we talked about that at length a little bit earlier in the Lagoon. So if you want to listen in on that, you can listen to the Lagoon when we publish it on YouTube in the coming days. Matt Laser and I kind of just talked about that quite a bit a little bit earlier. So, okay, is there any other questions, comments? If not, I think this is probably a good place to wrap up. Definitely appreciate the audience for joining us, the team for joining us, and we look forward to the next Lagoon. We'll see you there.
Have a nice
good
day.
one, everyone.
See you later, guys.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Bye, everyone.